and welcome everyone to the very first Outside Geeks podcast. I'm Quinn Buckland. With me I've got...
James LaPatriello.
Jesse Anderson.
Monique Walker.
And yeah, you're just here to watch our podcast, I guess.
Added guests, Pepper and Lily.
Yeah. This one here's Pepper, that one's Lily. You're good dogs. So, how is everyone?
Great.
I was answering at the same time. I'm good.
Well, I'm good too.
Do Slurpee jinxes still apply when you're our age?
Slurpee jinxes. When were they ever Slurpee jinxes?
Slurpee
Oh.
jinx?
It was always like...
When someone said something, you'd say Slurpee jinx, and if they spoke, they
No, it
would
was always
Slurpee.
like jinx and then they owed you like a Coke or something.
Yeah.
It was never Slurpee.
I had siblings that always did Slurpee jinxes. It
It is
was.
a better idea. But...
It totally is.
That's what happens when you have 9 older siblings.
Well,
And you get all your freaking allowance taken.
stupid siblings. I know, I have 2 siblings.
Aren't you the oldest though?
Yep.
Yeah. You did that to them, didn't you?
Actually, no, I was actually the next sibling.
Sure.
I wasn't.
Come here. Well, yeah, I believe that.
Sound out what's going on.
We were talking about siblings.
Yeah, I heard that much. It kind of just zoned out after I heard Quinn say he was the oldest sibling.
Yep.
He said he was actually a nice sibling, and then Jesse said he wasn't.
That's no surprise to anyone.
Literally nobody. No one is surprised that you are an asshole sibling, Jesse.
No.
I don't think it's limited to siblings.
Well, he's not bad as a friend.
No, he's pretty cool. But everyone says he's an asshole for some reason. I don't care what people say about you, you're cool.
Yeah.
You gotta have James validation. You're cool now.
Cool as the underside of the pillow.
Oh,
The favorite
yeah.
part.
Flipping the pillow every 5 minutes.
I want to see how it would work. I don't think it would take 5 minutes for the pillow to cool down, goddammit.
No, it doesn't, but it takes like not even 5 minutes for it to warm up and you're like switching to another spot, right?
You're like, oh, for fuck's sakes, why?
You're just hoping you fall asleep before that 5 minutes is up, where it's like to the point where it's like scolding on again.
Or just use an ice pack.
That would make sense.
Yeah, James, jeez.
I'm really concerned for you if your pillows become scalding hot. Just saying.
So why don't you
had-
You
had
might
the
come
design,
home
you know?
and find that I spontaneously combust at some point in time.
See, mine just get damp. Although I tend to drool in my sleep.
Got something in your eye.
Yeah, I just imagine
What the shit, Pepper?
That's not pepper.
Or Lily.
the newest patent.
There we
on
go.
Pillow. Pillows filled with magma so that
Got
you
it.
can keep the heat in your bed. We are not responsible for any liabilities in using this pillow. If your house suddenly bursts in flames, you know why. You're an idiot.
That is beautiful.
Oh, so there's a new movie coming out that I actually really want to go see. Have you guys heard of that Hardcore Henry?
I've seen trailers on it a bit, but I haven't.
I think I have, but it looks really messed up. It's like a first-person attempt
Yeah, the whole
at an
movie's in
action
first
adventure.
person. It's kind of like watching a video game just without having a controller there with you.
It seems like the Blair Witch
That's
Project
different.
thrown into
Right?
freaking.
I can see a lot of people getting really motion sick with that
Oh, yeah.
movie.
What was the
Within
Jason
5 minutes,
Statham
everybody
movie?
having to walk out.
Well, it does depend. If the movie's done right, it shouldn't cause too much problems.
It shouldn't. I think the gamers will be okay.
For the most part.
They may have to give people controllers to go along with it.
Well,
But
I can't go see it then.
What was the Jason Statham movies that were Cranked?
Crank.
Yeah, that
Oh.
Crank. Yeah, it reminded me of
Yeah,
Crank
what's
in
wrong
first
with those
person.
movies?
Everything.
what's
Clearly.
right with those movies?
They're
Just in the middle of it, they had a
hilarious.
random Godzilla scene. Like,
They spelled crank right. So
Well,
they had something at least.
yeah.
The only reason I liked them is because they had Chester from Lincoln Park in them, so I was happy.
See, I don't know Linkin Park very well, mostly just due to the sake that I don't listen to their music.
It's for shame, sir.
I prefer to stick with actual music with, taste to them.
Hey now. Hey now. You see how it is.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is, Nika.
Guess they're starting to fly. I'm not sure if I should get out of the way.
Run, James, run!
Look, a window. I'll use it. Now I have the choice of 1, 2, or 3. What's behind the mysteries? I think they're all the same.
Well, I think the
Shards
whole
of
thing
glass.
is co-op is the exact same for every window.
Oh, that'd be such a neat movie idea, like after the Hardcore Henry, you do a co-op.
How would you do that?
Split screen.
Oh god damn it. No.
Just watching 2 first-person movies going on at once.
That would not be okay.
Henry does something against the other player, the other guy's like, what are you doing? Stop it!
I'm being violated. Banging him. You just see Henry's ass going closer and closer.
I just have an image of the video games where it's you gotta run to the bathroom for a bathroom break, and his buddy's just I'm just gonna push him towards this ledge. Comes back and runs off a ledge. Fuck!
That was my favorite thing to do in Destiny when I actually played it. There'd be a place with a ledge and you could push them against the ledge.
Yeah. That's what I used to do with my friends when I played it as well.
Yeah.
Mind you, I didn't play it with many people because, I didn't have really much of a way to communicate with people back and forth. I didn't have a Kinect or a microphone or anything, so...
Yeah, I usually just randomly got someone to join me into their game, and the whole dungeon with random people. For the most part, went pretty well, but there were a couple times where it was really frustrating.
I know the one friend, I just connected the Skype, and we just talked back and forth through the Skype while we played.
Yeah.
Which is actually not a bad idea. It's kind of brilliant.
I had a random friend in Calgary that would invite me to her group of friends.
Nobody cares. Dick!
There's always the random 5th, so it worked.
You're still the random 5th. There's 4 of us, and you're still the random 5th.
But yep.
Lily has took it up your spot as 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, you're the random 6th because there's still Pepper here.
Yeah, she's over there.
I don't know if she's on screen.
Oh, you just got downloaded.
Woo! Nothing beats puppies.
Well, puppy beaters maybe, but...
Whoa!
We don't talk about them, James.
I told you guys, I got a dark sense of humor.
You did not warn us you were that dark.
Some of the stuff I've come up with.
Yeah, there's
That
It's
dark of a sense of humor, because some of the things that everybody else finds funny that is pretty dark, you're that is just fucked up. Yeah, you find puppy beaters hilarious.
Yeah, we played Cards Against Humanity with you. We know what your sense of humor is like.
odd and illogical.
Weird and random.
The best kind of sense of humor. Because everything is newly funny.
Hey, we should do one of these where we're playing Cards Against Humanity. That'd be fun.
That would be entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think they'd pay us for an advertisement?
No.
No. So many people do that there's no way they'd be able to even.
They don't
possibly
even
pay.
need to pay people anymore. They're just
No.
people are just gonna do it anyway. Why should we pay them?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a very commercially successful game.
Yeah. Well, it's because mankind is evil.
Yeah.
And they find dark things humorous.
No.
I find it funny that it's
not
branched
true.
into a whole nother
Totally true.
system of
My
art
Jesus
games.
joke the other day was terrible.
Jesus joke? Okay, now I gotta hear this.
What was Jesus' last words to his disciples?
Fuck.
You guys go on without me. I'm just gonna hang out.
Okay, yeah, I think I've heard that one before. It's kind of old.
I didn't know it existed.
Yeah, I bet you didn't. It's an anchor.
Stop playing with the
So as I was
box.
saying, I find that Cards Against Humanity has kind of reached out to other companies making different card games.
Yeah.
And Cyanide and Happiness is coming out with one.
Seriously?
No hope for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have much for hope for that
That
either.
sounds terrible. What's the point of that?
It's like
Make
Sorry.
your own.
everyone gets
Comics,
6 or
basically.
7 cards,
Yeah.
and it's an individual thing, and the dealer ends up flipping a card, and everyone has to give theirs, and the dealer has to put down his, I think, for 2 of them, and then he has to pick one of the 7 for finishing it or starting it.
See, I enjoyed Cyanide and Happiness in their old days when they were actually really clever and funny. Dark, but still really clever.
I still follow them on Facebook. I think they're funny.
Every once in a while they'll have something that's
Yeah.
chuckle worthy, but nothing that's gonna make me actually lose my shit laughing like they used to.
They also have a cartoon now.
Well, like the one with Schrodinger's cat.
Cartoons for a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a year or 2 maybe, but
Cartoon's
No.
not funny.
Even
I found some funny.
every once in a while there's a kind of funny one.
Yeah, but it's not funny.
The
Yeah.
vacuum fart.
Like you can watch it.
Instead of pulling his finger, he pushes
It's
it.
fine, humorous, but it's not gonna like make you really laugh.
Yeah.
That would make me and Trent laugh out loud. It was great.
You add immature to your
Dark,
humor?
immature.
Yeah, dark and immature humor.
Okay.
That's why he still follows Cyanide and Happiness.
I think we can.
See, when it comes to webcomics and stuff like that, I tend to follow more along the lines of like Scandinavia and the world.
I can't.
Those ones are definitely worth a read. You guys would like those. As well as Text from Superheroes. I
Ah,
those ones.
those are pretty good. For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part, they're pretty good. Every once in a while, there's just kind of a cringe-worthy one, but there's the odd one. There's like, okay, that's fucking funny.
Have you ever heard of the game Dirty Minds?
Yes.
Have you played it?
Yep.
Fucking fun, right?
It was okay.
I thought it was great.
It's pretty easy. If
I
you-
haven't played it since I was like 18 or 19 now, so.
Yeah, I think that's right around the age that I played it, and I was like, yeah, I can see where people would find this funny, but meh.
Yeah.
As soon as you get
I like
past
boxes.
the dirty
I'm sure
stuff,
you
then
do. It's a
it's kind of
really
obvious
good
as to what it is.
Oh.
What's that?
Tell him to stop playing with the box.
Yeah, James, fuck. No.
Take away temptation.
Good.
You're just gonna get up and go over there and play with the box.
Not till after we're done.
Like a fucking 1-year-old. Parents were telling me about how when I was 1, they bought me all these Christmas gifts, and I put them in a corner and played with the boxes.
Yeah.
Apparently that's a common thing with kids. They want to play with the box.
Yeah. Fuck what's inside it. I'm in the box.
Yeah.
It's more entertaining.
Oh yeah.
Get to use my imagination. You know, my 1-year-old imagination.
What do you even get a 1-year-old for a good Christmas?
I have
You
no
can probably
idea.
get him a box.
Well, clearly you get them something like that.
Well-
But what do you actually get them that they're going
Well,
to?
parents
entertain
these days
themselves
think that iPhone is the way to go for a kid.
Well,
There's one.
Fuck
with?
that.
That's bad parenting.
That is incredibly bad parenting.
At 1-year-old, I'd recommend clothes and or.
But why would you give a child at 1 year old clothes? They can't appreciate it.
It's
Well,
not
they're also
necessarily
not
for them. It's more so to
remember it.
help
No,
the
no, but
parents
still.
because when they're
The thing with clothes is more for the parents.
anywhere from 0 to like 5 is a major growth spurt. You have to buy clothes for your kid at least once a month because they've already outgrown them.
How fast did you grow?
It's the same height I am now in like grade 5.
Jesus!
I grew very fast and it was painful. I remember.
Go ahead, Nika. Say it. Say it, Nika. Say it.
No, I'm
Say it, Nika. Come on, say it.
It's true.
How old are you when you were in like grade 5?
15, 16.
No,
No, I think how old you were in grade 9.
18.
I was 10
Well,
or 11
some of
in
us are
grade
slower.
5. I can't remember. 10, I think. because when I went to grade 6, I moved to Kiscotty and I was 11, or turned 11 when I was there, just before going or just after.
See, it's one thing to be like our size when we're in like high school or even late junior high.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I remember one guy I went to high school with. He was a 6 whatever in grade 9.
I grew very fast and then stopped, and then by grade 9, I think it was grade 9, everyone ended up having weird growth spurts and outgrew me. It was kind of weird to watch.
Normal.
Yeah, that's
honestly.
right. Yeah, there's no. That's not the weird growth spurt. You had the weird growth spurt.
Every single person in the world else had a weird growth spurt.
Yes!
I'm
not wrong, the world is wrong. Everyone else should be the same height I was when I was in grade 5. Fuck.
No.
No.
That is.
You just imagine the pain in those bones.
It was painful. I still remember
I
it
felt bad for my
growing.
sister, but she went through her growth spurt at like the normal age, at grade 10 and 11, and she grew like 2 feet. But other than that, she was just like shorter than you. Before.
Shorter than you mean?
I'm slightly
Shorty?
taller than you.
Don't let me.
Wow, Tucker, that was a great comeback.
Thank you.
Dear God.
You can see it now, can't you?
I imagined him just being church at the beginning. Because he's an obnoxious asshole who everybody loves. And Trent would be his caboose. In the obsessive way.
Okay, there we go.
Church,
Yeah.
did you miss me? I missed you.
I had an emotional time, bro.
Who the hell would I be on there?
Doc.
Griff.
Donut.
We all gave different answers.
Wow. Who's the lazy guy that doesn't...
Griff!
Yeah, okay. I'm thinking either him or the smart red guy.
You would not be friends.
No, not even close
We'll
to
say donut.
Shove
That's
over a
the-
bit. We're kind of smooshed in here.
I'm getting sucked into the crack.
But
that,
you
Sick!
Donut.
Yeah, you were definitely donut. High five.
Just because I said I was getting sucked into the crack?
Exactly why.
Dave, I just remember the donut quote. If I can't beat up a room full of guys, then what have I been training for? He says things in the most innocent possible way that anyone could possibly make dirty because it's donut. You, sir, are donut.
Awesome. That's not necessarily a bad thing, though.
Well, not that everyone thinks we're a girl.
Or gay.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks he's gay. What?
Have you
not been watching the
have
show?
you not heard like half of the things that come out of his mouth?
He died for like 3 seasons or something.
Yeah, but he's back. He's well and alive. And
He was back with
Okay.
Doc, wasn't he?
yeah.
They had like the gay
Oh my God.
farm thing going on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I come
Oh,
back
God.
to.
No, that would not be me.
They nailed Lopez to a tree. Now, when you say nailed Lopez to a board, you mean with nails? Okay, because I just thought no. I should have been more specific.
That is beautiful.
Fuck, I love Rooster Teeth. As Nika and James have found out these last few weeks, I am a really big fan of Rooster Teeth. We've been watching a lot of their animated adventures. Nika loves them.
I think
It's
my
pretty good.
favorite is when they're talking about him like somewhat wanting to cheat on his wife in his dreams, and then his wife reminds him, "Yeah, you can go ahead and make out with her because it's a dream anyway."
But don't you dare actually sleep with her,
Yeah.
because I will know. This is a dream. Yeah, and I will wake up and I will know.
When he wakes up and tells her about it, he goes, yeah, no, it's just a dream. Do what you want.
I don't care if you sleep with other women in your dreams.
Obviously you do!
That was my favorite.
Yeah, those ones are good.
Yeah.
Who has a dream about asking their wife whether they can sleep with someone?
Clearly him. Who's that?
Jeff Ramsey, I guess.
Yeah.
I always like your hiccups.
There's probably going to be a few of those.
Maybe eventually I'll do the best of Mika's hiccups. Do a video just around those.
You'll have to wait till she's sick. When she's sick, she has like constant hiccups instead of like
those
one
are
or two.
not okay.
And then it'd be like, me.
You can make a whole song out of that. Just remix it.
Yeah, it'd be like the Spider-Man thing.
Oh,
Like the
yeah.
crack. It'd just be me. I loved and hated that at the same time because she was my favorite character.
What's that?
So I really hope that can become a thing now.
I do too. I can't even deny it. I love Spider-Man, and I mean, as the audience can see, I love Spider-Man. He is my favorite comic book character.
Probably
one of
wearing
my
a Spider-Man shirt too.
Yes, I am.
You wearing Spider-Man underwear there too, or?
Nope.
You're on the moment.
I'm sorry.
Are you sure you're not a freaking donut?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. Ask me about other men's underwear.
Or Tucker.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Jesse's more of a church.
Yeah, you're not you're not
Chucker?
sexual enough to be Tucker.
Dibs.
That can be Chucker.
Chucker.
Tucker.
You mean Lopez.
If I ever got
Yeah, don't speak Spanish.
promoted to like
No,
lead
nobody
Andrew Foreman, I
understands
could
when
totally
you
see
talk.
myself being
So
Sarge.
Espanol.
Got the pillow talk, you two.
I would totally be fucking Sarge if I was a lead Andrew Foreman, just fuck with the fucking all the apprentices.
No.
I know you'd like to think that, James, but no, you would not.
I would, even as an apprentice now, I still fuck with people. It's great.
Yeah, you fuck with people. It doesn't mean that you would be a Sarge-like character.
Oh no. He sends guys off to get the fucking elbow, or what is it, the headlight fluid and the elbow grease and stuff like that.
That was
We've done the
Griffin
same thing.
Simmons.
Yeah, Sarge wasn't even there for that.
Oh,
Yeah, that was Griffin Simmons.
okay, I'd have to be one of those two then.
We just said you were Griff.
No,
No,
you're
you were
the
saying
one
donut.
You're the one
Oh,
getting. You're the one getting the headlight fluid.
Yeah, James was the
No.
one getting the elbow grease and the headlight fluid.
I still remember one job site we had a guy that was so green we got him to go looking for fucking COCK fittings and VAG clamps and just a shitload. Like, it started with our group. We got to go look for the COCK fittings, vag clamps, and a horse cock,
Yeah.
which in electrical
Bringing
is
that up a lot today.
it's something that I don't know. You apply pressure and it like expands, and then when you pull it tight, it tightens up.
Like a horse cock.
So you throw it over top of the cable, and when you're pulling it, it grips the cable,
Yeah.
right? And you don't have to worry about losing grip, so long as
Yeah.
you maintain pressure.
Actually reminds me of when I was on the rigs, because they have names for some fucked up shit on there.
Probably.
In any case, we sent him looking for these three things in an MCC, and everywhere he went, the people would ask him for something else and send him somewhere else. He was walking around this job site for over an hour. He must have walked like 5 kilometers.
Well, I know the favorite thing that they used to do to green people on the rig is they'd send people to go get keys to the V-door. Or a pair of push slaps. So they'd send
Sky crane
them down to
or
the
sky hook.
to the tool push, asking for a pair of push slaps, and just can get back to work. Bucket of steam. There's actually one
Bucket of steam.
a bucket of steam. There's actually one guy who actually did it right. He went down to the steamer. I got the steam, I put it in a bucket, then put a lid on it. Brought it up to the driller. He's like, okay, bucket of steam. The driller's like, motherfucker, you made my own joke.
We actually had a guy on another job site. He did the same thing, minus the lid. He held the bucket upside down and let the steam. He brought it. He ended up fucking off for like an hour just to waste time, and he came back with a bucket of steam. Just to,
Yeah.
Another guy ended up. I think it was his first journeyman in the trades.
Yeah.
He tried to pull a prank on me. Told him to turn all the heat shrink inside out, heat it up so it expands,
Yeah.
and then turn it back the right way because it was too small. And he's just like, "Oh yeah, of course, because that's gonna work." He ended up going and sleeping in the cable tray for like 4 hours.
They only ever tried to pull one prank on me, and I don't know why, but they tried to send me to go and find red grease. So I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'll go find some red grease. Looked all over the place. There is none. I let them know. And they're like, "You do know there's no such thing as red grease."
There
And I'm like,
it is.
Yeah, I know. I know it's for high temperatures. It's for things that, for equipment that reach incredibly high temperatures, so the grease doesn't dissipate. It's made for that kind of thing. And so I'm like, yes, there is. I've seen it.
You also put it into all the joints in your vehicles as well.
Yeah.
All those little nipples on it. I don't know what it's called, but it is a red grease.
Yeah, so I looked it up and I'm like, see? There is such a fucking thing as red grease. I got the runaround for a half-cogged joke that didn't mean a goddamn thing.
I wish my job allowed me to do more of that stuff.
I still think it was great because that guy that
Yeah, but you got Trent and Roger. The closest one you can actually do a joke on is Trent, and he'd get it like right away.
I don't know.
Well, it depends on the joke. He might get some of them, but
I don't know. If I make a bunch of programming puns, I don't think he'd catch it.
The one I thought was
programming, no, probably not.
Yeah. So I could just tell him that he has to reprogram something.
That green guy
But-
was looking for an hour. And he ended up going to he's going to the C-Can to get another thing. He had like a 30 items on a list. By the time he was going to the C-Can to get shit, it started out with like 2 or 3 things.
Yeah.
And everyone just gave him a run around. I think it was the safety guy ended up stopping him and asking him what he was doing. He's like, I got this list of shit I gotta get for everybody. And the fucking, yeah, the safety guy ended up playing him into some more too before telling him. But he came back pretty pissed off. He also worked all the time with his shoes undone.
Oh yeah?
And we're in the cable tray beneath him, ended up tying his shoes under the green. And people are like, lunchtime, goes to try and walk away, just boosh. It falls right over.
Good times, good times.
That
Work
works striking
stories.
people.
See, as a butcher, people never really played a lot of pranks. Mostly because, you play a prank on a butcher, someone's gonna get hurt. You can't piss someone off when there's knives readily available from any angle within 5 feet.
What was that movie with John? What the hell's his name?
Donut?
I swear to God, you
Johnny Depp
Oh God, which one?
as the barber.
Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd.
That's the
Yeah.
one. Yeah, that's kind of what I have an image of.
Yeah,
if you
kinda.
piss off your barber, it'd probably be about the same as pissing off a fucking butcher.
Kind of. Only the butcher would then skin you, hang you, and let you...
Yeah, they did the same thing.
No, they did
No,
not.
they did not. They were nowhere
put him
near.
into a meat grinder and then put him into pies.
Okay, I
Yeah,
thought
well-
they were doing it proper.
Yeah, with the butcher, they just pass it off as pork.
Yep.
Yeah, they put it in a meat grinder because that would basically work.
Yeah. Because apparently human meat tastes like pork.
No one knows.
Wasn't that on Facebook recently?
Makes sense, actually.
Who knows what's on Facebook? Who cares?
Actually makes
Some
sense.
guy got a piece of his leg cut out. I don't know why.
Because, yeah, it would actually make sense that humans would taste like pork. We share a lot of a similar anatomy. Yeah.
You got called long pig. So, I mean, pigs are pork. What are you doing?
Just randomly biting.
Nika's trying.
You don't taste very good, I'm sorry.
It's kind of salty.
Not even.
Need some pepper on them.
Why were you randomly too? Oh. Talking about
Keep
people
up.
tasting like pork.
Keep
Gotcha.
up.
Well
Yeah.
done, James.
I was
Well done.
confused. It happens.
James.
Only to you.
James, you are officially our Gavin.
Who's Gavin?
Isn't he?
Who is Gavin?
He's the British guy. Okay, when we're done this, I have to show you some Gavin scenes.
From...
Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, was he the guy that, like, every time he died, he just, like, rewound time?
That was Church.
No, it wasn't Church. That was a bad guy in the first season.
Oh, Wyoming? No, Wyoming was voiced by Matt Hullum.
There was no bad guy in the first season.
Or second. I don't know. It was
I mean,
somewhere.
that's right.
The white guy that kept rewinding time every time he died, and it ended up to the point where it's like 100 of him.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was season 5 of Red vs. Blue. Was it season 5? Might have been.
I'll go.
Yeah, it was season 5 because Sister was there, Tex was there. Because Tex didn't come back until Sister was already there,
Yeah.
and they uploaded Sheila into the ship and all that. So yeah, that was season 5.
I'm still on
Sheila
season
turned out to
2.
be a bitch. Well, she's a bitch.
We're just waiting for Trent so we can get on to season 13.
God damn it, Trent.
I'm halfway through season
Right?
2.
And he's not back till Friday.
Like,
You son of a bitch.
I'm never gonna catch up.
Did he watch all the other seasons?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he did watch seasons 1 to 5 because he'd seen them so many times
Yeah.
prior. But from season 6 on, he's been there the whole time. And whenever he had to leave, he'd ask us to pause it for him. Because he didn't want to miss anything.
I think I ended up missing a couple seasons or something somewhere. Somehow.
Yeah, because you wouldn't come up and watch them with us. You're being antisocial those days.
Was it?
Yeah. You get those
I
days.
don't remember anyone saying anything about it. But-
Quinn
oh.
normally makes a huge announcement by screaming, Red versus Blue.
Red versus blue! Red versus blue!
Yeah.
Hey, you guys. The blues are coming! The blues are coming!
Donut with the flag.
I don't think anyone ever invaded Britain back then.
I don't think so.
I don't remember anything where it would be the blues are coming. I'm pretty sure it was always Britain invading someone and being like, fuck, Brits.
Well, if I'm right, France were blue.
Yeah, but they would never invade England. They know they'd lose.
They fought England all the time, though. Actually, Napoleon almost beat them.
Yeah, until he went to Russia and fucked everything up for him.
Yeah.
Russia fucks everyone up. It's great.
Russia's like, I'm just gonna make you my bitch now.
I still think that was like...
And I'm not gonna do a fucking thing. My weather's gonna do it all for me. Happened to Hitler, happened to Napoleon. We're all just like, why do we keep making these same mistakes?
Would you call it a bad omen when Hitler decided to call it Operation Barbarossa after the name of the king who died trying to cross into Russia?
Yes, probably.
I'm not sure if that's irony or like...
I'm gonna say that's a happy coincidence.
I was happy with that.
Barbarossa was good. It's Hitler that wasn't, but...
He didn't
in any
win.
case, naming it Operation Barbarossa
Yeah.
is kind of a bad omen.
But if he did win, how would everything have turned out for us?
Well, according to
It would've been a
Wolfenstein, not so great.
It would have been a less happy coincidence now, wouldn't it?
Exactly.
Well, unless you're German.
And
Fine.
the only difference is that we'd be doing this podcast in German. We're all white, we're fine. We're all white.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have been fine. Well, James might have been fucked. He's got brown hair.
I'm Italian. We were allies.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure fascism started there and kind of spread to Germany before.
So this is all your fault.
Fuck James!
Look what you caused.
To be fair, the Italians hated their government at the
I'm
time.
gonna punch you in the dick.
It actually looks like they might turn fascist again.
Yeah, you're right.
I can't remember the name of the guy that...
Mussolini?
Yeah, his granddaughter is running for presidency of Italy now, and she's talking about freaking extraditing all the immigrants and everything.
Yeah,
She's
but
like-
so was like half the fucking world.
But it looks like she might get it. She's at like...
Just take them all.
I don't know, apparently the polls are saying
Yeah.
she's at like 60% of votes.
We don't have enough, like, structures to
I
house
don't
them.
think that. I don't even know the name of the dude that's in.
Trudeau?
Yeah, I don't think he really gives a fuck.
No, he really doesn't. Honestly, I'm kind
I
of
like
really
how
on the
we're
fence with
losing
that
like
guy.
millions of jobs and he's bringing more people here when we can't
Yeah,
put them to work.
yeah.
Well, they're refugees. I mean, they're not really supposed to be put to work.
Yeah, I'm really kind of on the fence when it comes to
They
Trudeau.
probably should. Like, get their lives back up and running.
I think he's got.
I mean, just because you're a refugee doesn't mean you have.
Yeah. Like I think he's got some good ideas.
Oh, no.
But I think he's going about them the wrong way.
Yeah.
Like the whole a 50-50 men and women in his parliament. He very much favored women.
I don't know if that was on purpose or not. So.
If it wasn't, then woo-hoo, fine, that's great. But from the sounds of it was on purpose.
Yeah.
They're also very strongly against the
that's just
Energy East pipeline or whatever the hell it's called. That's kind of bullshit too.
What about the pipeline?
They wanted to build a pipeline all the way to Halifax or something.
Oh yeah.
And a refinery over there so we could sell our oil to other countries other than the States where we sell it for like, I think it's $10 or $15 cheaper than any other country because the States, I don't know how the hell it works, but if we built the Energy East pipeline, we'd get oil to the east, we wouldn't have to import oil into Canada, and we'd be able to export to other countries and increase our revenue.
I think what Canada needs to do is actually just build some oil refineries and, just...
refine our own oil.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go to any other country in the world, they could be a third world country and they have a pipeline going to the ocean to sell or import oil. It just makes sense instead of trucking it across the country and burning more fuel to do so.
He's been a damn load up and trucking. Oh, fuck, I hate that song so much. Speaking of songs, I had the most random song in my head all day. It's from Air Supply of all bands.
You say you like music that has taste to it.
We all have our guilty pleasures.
It has a taste. It's just a foul taste.
We all have our guilty pleasures.
Fair enough.
Air Supply just happens to be my
Foul
guilty
like
pleasure.
rotten milk or
That's mine.
foul like
Wait, what's your guilty pleasure?
sizzling duck?
I have two.
Which ones?
One is Backstreet Boys, and the other is Spice Girls.
You know,
Wow.
it's got a bang.
Well, you were a kid in the 90s, so it makes sense. I mean, I still enjoy Aqua every once in a while.
Aqua's amazing. I
Yeah.
don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, but we were also kids in the 90s. We grew up with that music. It just makes sense that we'd still have that nostalgia towards it.
My babysitter always watched the freaking music videos for Backstreet Boys.
But Air Supply is a little before our time.
That is true.
I have a really weird guilty pleasure with them.
Pink Floyd is mine.
But
they're awesome,
That is
so.
not a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
That is just
I'm
a
proud.
That is
pleasure.
the guiltiest of pleasures. If you find pleasure from Pink Floyd, you have a problem.
It's a gas.
Pretty fucking 100% accurate right there. Holy shit. You should do a cover band. Just you.
But I'm
Did you
more
hear my
so
impression of Sting?
the Lord.
I don't know if I want to now.
Roxanne, you have to pull the red light. Roxanne.
Beautiful.
Oh, Johnny Cash.
I like Johnny Cash.
I do too.
I don't.
Well, you always knew
Well-
something was wrong with you.
I like some of his stuff. I don't like all of his stuff. Some of his stuff is a little preachy, a little too preachy for my taste.
I'm kind of afraid to ask it because I already know one of the people's opinions, but what about the Beatles?
Fucking hate them.
Really?
Yes.
I wanna hold
Thank
your
you.
hand.
Is that seriously the only song you know by them?
We
I
all
hope
live
so.
in a yellow summer.
I hate you so much.
James, you should watch Across the Universe.
Why? Because I know more than one song, or
Because you know the only two shitty songs that they have.
Hey.
Well, they have
Oh,
a few
come
more.
on!
They
God
have a few
damn it!
more, but
I am the walrus, cuckoo a fucking
that
shoe.
one was terrible.
The only one I actually can listen to is Octopus's Garden,
How about the Monkeys?
which is
That's an
hilarious.
older band.
'Cause,
Anyone? No.
yeah,
Eh,
Monkeys were terrible.
yeah,
I only
they-
liked
they-
their one song.
They only
they
have
have the
one
one.
song.
They only have the one song.
It's the only song anybody ever knows by them.
Yeah.
I can never remember the band name, but Tub something.
Chumbawamba.
Chumbawamba, right?
I love their early stuff.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Like
that
before they
reminds
decided
me
to
of.
go a little more mainstream and was actually doing anarchistic folk songs about being Irish.
Oh.
Their stuff was brilliant and beautiful to listen to. And then they did Tub Thumping, and as catchy of a song as it is, and as much as I love the song,
I can't hate it.
yeah, you can't hate Tub Thumping. It's annoying, it's catchy, but you gotta fucking sing along with that one.
Come back,
I remember
or...
my parents playing that album like over and over again because they loved it. And always going, this sucks. Like, can we please listen to something good? And now I'm just like, I want to listen to Tub Thump. I want to listen to that album. Oh my god.
See, I liked it when I was a kid, so nothing's changed there with me. I don't think there's anything that I didn't like as a kid that I like now. There's just stuff that I liked as a kid that I don't like now.
Well, I found with like my parents' music, there's a lot of music that before that annoyed me.
Damn it, James!
But some of it I really enjoy now.
Yeah?
Jesus. Why did I go this way?
I don't know. Because you didn't want to get in the camera's way or something?
But it would have been more efficient to go that way.
Oh, well.
We all know.
Yeah.
Oy vey. James, just come along this way.
Why did I go this way? I'm gonna go back this way.
Starting to wonder if
Already went that way, I may as well.
why am I doing this?
I actually can't remember any songs that I disliked as a child. That I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I dislike a lot of music now that I might have liked as a child, but I don't know of a single song I liked as a child.
I hated a lot of Metallica growing up. Just because everyone in my school listened to it a lot and overplayed a
Never been a
shitload
fan.
of it.
I
don't mind it now because it's not as overplayed as it used to be, but
See, I didn't really know Metallica growing up, other than, I'd see their logo on people's shirts or hats or something like that, and I'd be like, it sounds mainstream, I don't care for it.
I also grew up in a country school where Metallica was pretty much the heaviest metal anyone had listened to other than myself, where I listened to like Cataclysm and you name it.
But then I started listening to Metallica, I was like, yeah, okay, this isn't too bad. I don't mind it. I prefer Megadeth.
Megadeth is good too.
I don't like either.
Well, you're into the heavier stuff than thrash anyway.
Yeah, I think it's just, I don't really like any thrash.
I can like just about everything as long as it's not overplayed.
That's where Trent gets it from, because he used to really like thrash metal. Like, he's the one who got me listening to it.
Yeah, and then I come along and fuck everything up for him.
Yeah, and then he's like, fuck thrash metal, and I'm like, dude, I know where you are now. Like, I know that you got heavier and heavier, and you're getting into the more obscure metals and stuff like that.
Yeah, like thorium.
But don't.
Come on.
Like what? What do you say?
Thorium.
Oh, that wasn't that funny. It wasn't near as funny as it should have been, or as funny as it was that I laughed at it.
It was just thorium.
I think it was just because I didn't see it coming.
I don't think any of us saw that coming. Well,
Yes, I need to start a band called Thorium.
Okay, that's all. I'm on it. We'll do all diddlies about Thor. And I do mean diddlies.
Deadly. How'd they go, neighborino?
Oakley dokley.
With Ned Flanders on vocals.
a metal band of people dressed as Ned Flanders.
Yeah, they're called the Oakley Dokleys.
Oh my god.
They're actually not bad.
I don't know if I should be happy or sad about that.
I have no idea. I know I first saw that and I was like,
They made
Yeah, I
their
don't know how to
start
feel
on
about
like
this.
America's Got Talent or something too, didn't they?
I have no idea. I just saw their picture on Facebook, looked it up, and I was like, yeah, their music isn't that bad, actually. It's a little heavier than I'd like it, than I like, but they're not bad.
It changes people's opinion after listening to them and becoming really into them and then watching Simpsons. It changes how they see Flanders.
Yeah. It's funny because image means so much in terms of music, especially when it
unless
comes to
you're actually
metal.
just listening to the music,
Yeah.
then it doesn't matter at all. But
Well, it's like an old friend of mine back in high school. He got really into Lordy,
okay,
and his first the first thing he did was shows me a picture of them. He was like, you need to listen to these guys. I took one look at them and went, fuck no. I don't know what kind of I don't know what kind of music you think I'm in. You should know me better than this, but I'm not gonna listen to people who dress like that. And then I went to college and whatnot, and I come back home to hang out with Trent, and he's listening to his music and all that. And I'm like, hey, this is pretty good. What is this? It's like, this is Lordy. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, I owe Terrence an apology now.
Fucking Terrence, too. That
Yeah,
makes it
it was-
even better.
It was Terrence.
Oh, God. Of course. Yeah, I could see him doing that.
I grew up in a house that had like no internet, no cable or anything, and pretty much the only music, band, concert, whatever the hell I had that I'd seen was either Pink Floyd or Nirvana, Children of Bodom,
Yeah.
and I think I've seen Green Day at a friend's once.
I'm sorry to hear
So
that.
those are the only faces I could put to any music that I'd heard before.
You have a very depraved childhood, sir.
He's also never been to an actual concert.
Seriously?
I've been to too many.
I told you, I grew up in a country school listening to metal.
So did
You think
I.
anyone wanted to go to the same concerts I'd like to go to?
You don't have to
No
go
one.
with somebody.
I grew up in Wembley, Delburn, Hythe, and I've still been to Motley Crue, Rush.
I went to Bentley.
Rush?
I went to.
Amazing.
Right, I saw them twice.
I took
That's
my
awesome.
friend who was.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Actually, I saw them for their Snakes and Arrows tour, and then for their Clockwork Angels tour.
God.
I took my friend
I
who
want
was
to go to
just
that one.
It
heavily,
was so good.
heavily.
Because, yeah, I was
into
here at Red Deer.
Like,
Yeah.
all he listened to was rap. And I took him to an As I Lay Dying, Children of Bodom Lounge God concert.
That sounds awesome.
And he had a blast.
I mean,
I actually got him into metal because of it.
Actually, hell, I've also seen Arch Enemy, Amon Amarth, Exodus.
I've seen the first song of Arch Enemy to every concert I've gone to.
Nice.
And then I left immediately afterwards. It's a running joke that we started. Back, because my first concert I went to was Arch Enemy.
Yeah.
And I never listened to it before. I was like, I'll stay for one song and see if I like it. And then about halfway through the first song, I was like, nope, let's go.
Well, it's funny because
Awesome.
she comes out on stage and I'm like, yeah, she's pretty cute. I can see her being able to, scream and all that. And I'd never really listened to Arch Enemy either. Then she just goes, "Mmm." Something that pretty should not be able to make that sound.
I don't know. Alyssa White was.
I have an image of like a
I
really
love her
pretty
now.
lady farting now. Why can't a woman do what you can do? Sexist.
Women fart all the time. I have a sister! And
Dear God.
and she used to sit on me and fart on me. I have a sister who used to fart all the time.
Used to.
Well, I don't know if she still does. I don't hang around with her as much.
Fair enough.
Probably
I
not.
could understand why she sits and
It's very
farts.
high likely that she does, but I don't know for sure. I'm not there to test it. Not that I really not that I tested it to begin with, but
You're just digging this hole deeper.
yep. I'm gonna know enough to taste a foot.
Are you sure you're not doing it in this case?
No.
You wanna-
Definitely not donut because
I'm more of a griff.
yeah.
I'm fat, I'm kind of lazy, and I do tend to put my foot in my mouth.
Yeah.
That's
Plus, when people are trying to run away from something, you're the one to count down, and everyone else just runs away.
Yeah.
Ready? 1, 3, 2. Fuck.
motherfucker. You beat me at my own game.
I'm still really scared and curious as to who I would be.
You? I don't know.
I really want to be Caboose because I love him, but I really don't want to be Caboose because I don't want to be that stupid.
I can see you being like a Dr. Gray.
That experiment
Dog.
not gotten.
What?
Who's Dr. Gray?
Is the doctor who?
That the girl in the last season that chopped up Buddy for
Yeah.
information? Yeah.
Yeah, I can
That
see
would
you
be
being
you.
that kind of character.
My mind immediately went to 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh fuck no! Fuck that
Yeah.
shit.
That's why I was like, please explain who this person
I mean, we'll be doing a books versus film on 50 Shades of Grey, but I'm not going to be the one doing that. Chelsea actually
Just
signed up to do that one.
Don't bring me in.
No. You're,
I'm not the one doing it.
you're the girl that says, no, I'm not going to hit him. I'm just going to make him talk and end up taking out the bone saw and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Okay.
Well, from the looks of things, we still got another 10 minutes to this. I don't know, we could wrap up now. It's up to you guys. I think we're about good to wrap up, aren't we?
We can talk about games. We've been talking about shows and music so far.
We'll talk about games next time.
That's gonna be a lot longer than 10 minutes, especially with me here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna want to have time here for it.
Well, we were up till 3:30 last time talking about games and X-Men.
Yeah.
It's not a hard thing for us to talk for hours about games.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll talk about games next time.
Especially with me being here, because god damn, so much.
So anyways, this was the Outside Geeks' very first podcast. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. You know, we're not really doing anything overly different than what a lot of people who do podcasts do. Just sit around, talk to one another, make jokes at each other's expense. You know, all that fun stuff. But I hope you found us at least entertaining. So.
God damn it, man.
I had to. Ow! Ow!
It's also really dose of fucking violence.
Ow!
Take that, you motherfucker!
Round 1! Quinn!
Ow!
Round 2, Quinn!
Finish that?
KO!
It was just a wet willy. I don't think it deserved 6 or 7, 8 hits.
Well,
I disagree, sir. I think you got off easy.
Okay. Ow.
really hoping he didn't. Really
See, that was the
get
imagery
off,
side of
but-
things. You got the dark side of things, and we all were happy.
Have a good night, guys.